What is up, nerds? Welcome to the Nerds with Attitude Podcast. This is our special Joecon edition. My name is Kevin. I am joined as always by...
It's Migs.
And we have a very special guest on the phone with us right now, founding member of the IRL Nerds with Attitude group. Say hello to us.
This is Danny Soler Extraordinaire. Excited to be on the phone with you guys.
What's up, Danny?
It's been a minute, bud.
Danny had to leave the group when he moved to Texas last year, but he is still near and dear to all of us, and he is a huge Joe fan. You have an entire room dedicated to your house, and I think you have, everything in box. Is that correct?
Mostly everything in boxes. That is correct. I am a boxed complete collector. It doesn't necessarily have to be sealed, but if I get it that way, that's a bonus.
That's pretty awesome. I've seen your collection when it was here in California, and
I helped wrap it.
Yeah, it was pretty overwhelming.
Appreciate all the volunteer work from the Nerds Packing Company.
Well, when you need us to come out to Texas to pack it up to move you back to California, I'll give you Miguel's phone number.
I think it's still to unwrap it.
I'm a bit homesick. I cannot lie.
Well, we're hoping you're going to come visit here soon, and you are welcome at any time. We can't wait to see you again.
Man, you're going to see me in August's group meet because I will be there.
Nice.
Well, my mom, so I will be there.
Then we will have you on the podcast, not on the phone. But the reason we are calling right now is it is day one of Joecon 2016. We're sad but also excited at this time because it is the last Joecon for the foreseeable future because Fun Publications is no longer doing it. But Danny, since you're there on the floor, you're our boots on the ground. Why don't you tell us what's going on?
Well, I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with the offerings this year. I feel like the club has trying to impress us with the overall quality and presentation of these action figures. I even think our customizer friend will have a field day with these awesome figures, Miguel Rios. I got to say, they got these little details. Like, for example, I'm looking at the G.I. Joe Glider 2-pack, which includes Skymate and Cloudburst.
Okay.
These are some pretty obscure figures, but the club decided to give it to us. And I'm going to start off with Skymate, if you guys don't mind.
Now, is he the one in the green shirt or the purple shirt?
Yes, he is the one with the pink cap and the green shirt.
Okay. Oh, and just for everybody listening, all the figures we're talking about, we're going to have photos that the guys have sent us from the floor that are going to be on the Nerds with Attitude Facebook page, so you can check out all this exclusive stuff while you're listening to the podcast. So, yeah, go ahead and with Skymate.
So let me start with Skymate. First off, they were really creative with the part selection. They used Jungle Rakondo from the POC set a few years back. I believe it was 2009.
Okay.
They used his arms, so he has those draped, raggy-looking arms. So he looks really cool. They actually put arrows on his arm. So
okay.
It looks like, he has some kind of arrow wrist gun. And
they've also done.
Guys.
They've also the boomerang is awesome.
We just saw that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can tell they've even done an archer thing where he has one long sleeve and one short sleeve on his bow holding arm, which is a common fashion for people who do archery. So that's something that I caught since I'm an archery fan. And he's in green, so he's kind of got a Robin Hood kind of thing. I would take this figure and swap out the pink hat and the yellow harness for maybe something else, and I think it would be a pretty cool figure.
Man, so you're starting to sound like you would prefer Triss from Hunger Games as a figure, man.
Yeah, and I'm a Katniss Everdeen fan.
So anyway, I got to say the kangaroo on the hat is a nice little touch to bear
nice
Australian roots.
Yeah.
It was a nice addition because the vintage figure did not have that. So I thought that was a nice little neat touch. Moving on to Cloudburst, I got to say the gliders, they used the Valor vs. Venom gliders, which were really well served here. The deco and the paint apps looks really well done. If you decided to play with these things, I feel like they would take some abuse.
Okay.
Of course, us nerds, we want to keep things pristine, so I don't recommend throwing these things out of your window.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to fly as well as the old styrofoam gliders.
Absolutely. But if you do, my man Miguel Rios will happily paint it back for you to its original condition.
It is true.
Does it look like these are all still reused body parts but new heads?
Okay, this is the beauty, guys. They use brand new head sculpts for both figures.
That's good.
So Cloudburst and Skymate look really, really good, guys. I gotta say I'm more of a vintage guy, but seeing these guys in person, I would not want to get rid of these figures. I actually want to own them. Yeah, they're a little bright, but they're excellent.
Well, they're bright, kind of like the 90s Sky Patrol. That some of the later ones that came after the original year or so, that they ended up being like some of the Cobra figures and stuff, and in the vintage were a lot of really bright neon colors and stuff.
Yeah, I don't recognize Cloudburst's harness, so it might be like some unique item, but I can't place it. I honestly don't think this has ever been released before. He's got like these little hooks and the harness wraps around his thighs, but then there's like these little hooks where apparently something's going to attach to. Like I'm looking at the bag, but unfortunately his gear is unseen in the bag, so I can't tell what's going to go there. But I gotta say, really, both of them are excellent souvenir figures.
Nice.
I got a question for you, Danny.
Yes, sir.
So everybody was contemplating before the convention what type of vehicles were going to be shown or they were going to have. Everybody was hoping for a Sky Raven. What did we get?
We got a Sky Striker.
Okay.
Seems redundant.
It's really nice. I was not going to buy it, but I think I'm going to break down and get it. I mean, they have these beautiful Sky Patrol logos right where the pilots sit.
Okay.
The box is chrome, so they really, really wanted to impress. I'm gonna slide Robert on the phone now to discuss it because he's geeking out over here and he cannot contain himself. So I have to make sure he speaks too.
Sounds like a plan.
Hey guys, this is Robert.
What's up, Robert?
Nothing much.
So, Sky Striker, talk to us.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so those of you who are familiar with convention sets, a couple years ago they did Night Force, and we got a Night Boomer that had glow-in-the-dark, like decal
stickers on it, yeah.
Okay.
And the box as well glows in the dark. So this year, the same exact box, except it says Sky Patrol instead of Night Force.
Okay.
And it is a chrome box.
Ooh.
Nice.
So it's very shiny.
We will have a picture of that put up on the Facebook page soon. Now, looking at, have you opened the box yet? Because looking at the photo of it that they have from the lobby, it looks like it's been molded out of sort of a metallic plastic, but it's not actually chrome plated. It's not vacuum chromed or whatever that term is.
Yeah, correct. It's actually somewhere in between, like the vintage Sky Patrol chrome and a bright silver.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Judging by the photo here, it kind of almost looks like what I've seen customizers do when they use just silver spray paint, but they use the right amount of layers and they kind of build it up and it gets a real nice metallic look to it. So this definitely looks like the plane is made out of like stainless steel as opposed to mirror chrome.
Correct. It's sweet. The price point on it isn't bad as well. It's $160, which actually was the same cost that the Night Boomer was when the Night Force came out, so they haven't jacked the price up on that.
Well, it wasn't the $200 Tomahawk from last year, so
That
with
was
no
only
box.
$168.
I was very surprised when you told me that this came with a box, because I was assuming that for that price point, it was just going to be loose in a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can say that I called it because everybody was talking about what the big vehicle was, and I said they're going to give us a Sky Striker, and it's going to be boxed, and it was a Sky Striker in the box. So they've definitely used this mold very well over and over again.
I was hoping with the Comic-Con Rattler coming, and also there was a Rattler drawn in one of the recent G.I. Joe magazines that we might actually get this sort of metallic silver, but as a Rattler, which I thought would have been a really cool sort of homage to reusing a Cobra vehicle like they did with the Night Raven, but using the Rattler mold. But apparently it's a Sky Striker, and which I'm happy with. I've already bought one through somebody else that's there. Ruben, who is also part of the NWA, I've sent him my money, so I will have a Sky Striker coming home to me also.
Wow.
A couple of the other plane vehicles, since this is Sky Patrol, it looks like there's a Sky Sweeper, which that was the Rise of Cobra Firebat kind of reissue with the missiles and the big engines on the wings?
So, yes, There's also a Sky Patrol Sky Sweeper, but it's a little bit different. It looks like they molded a separate piece on it. It almost looks like a landing ski, as if this vehicle could land in water for some reason.
Interesting.
But this as well is that silvery chrome, but not vacuum sealed type paint apps on it.
I think we'll just start calling it stainless steel.
That would be good.
Like old like World War II bomber jets and stuff.
They threw the kitchen sink at us.
It's a stainless steel kitchen sink.
Now, this one's a little bit different. The engines and the wings, the end of the wings are black, but it has green trim.
Like highlights on it, yep.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm loving the green or not. I think I would have preferred it a little bit more stainless steel and a little bit less green and black, but the vehicle is cool. The two landing skids, they have two in the back off the wings and then one in the front. There's a molded Gatling gun on the ski, so it's kind of cool. I don't know that you would want to land on a Gatling gun, but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
I think what they were trying to do was do a representation of the Sky Hawk from back in the day, because the Sky Hawk's the one that had the black and the green.
Yeah, it had, I think, green engines, but black tail fins and the chrome body.
Okay.
And then the other one was a Cobra vehicle that actually came with a pilot. That was the Cobra Hydra, which was a reuse of that stealth jet. Yes.
So I can say the stealth jet, I have one, and I love it. Most people, of course, don't like the Valor versus Venom stuff. But I love it. It's a cool little vehicle. The thing I love most about this stealth jet, though, is they actually made the canopy, the window area, like a infrared canopy, as opposed to clear or
like they did with the
Night
Silent Strike.
Silent Strike, correct.
Sky Striker, yeah.
Now, by far, though, the best part about this is we got a true Aero Viper in original colors with a gold helmet from the Condor pilot.
Nice.
So very cool figure. Looking at him right now.
Does it look like he has sort of a metallic paint trim on parts of him?
No, he has no metallic paint trim. He has
just shiny.
It's just shiny photo.
It's not shiny. It may just be a shiny photo. He's green like the original, and it's like a light turquoise-ish color. For the trim.
Now, besides the vehicles, they usually do the 2-packs, 3-packs. What are your take on those?
So I'll start with the 3-pack because I don't know if you guys talked about the Viper 3-pack yet or not.
No, not yet. Not yet. Just the the 2-pack of gliders Danny was talking about.
Well, Danny was like having a little man moment there with the 2-pack. So, but the 3-pack there is cool. It's a Viper in original colors, purplish and like some reddish trim. It's a 3-pack. And it comes with a little backpack where if you press the button, the little helicopter spins around.
This was the Fang backpack that came with the Ultimate Cobra Commander.
Correct. Yeah.
I know my
stuff. Not a fan of it. I can say I love the Viper, but the accessory I'm just kind of like, whatever. But the 3-pack, the Viper, they did a great job on him to kind of complete the, air commando, battlecopter type stuff. So the 3-pack's pretty cool. But by far the holy grail, if it's not the Sky Striker, is the 2-pack. These two figures are amazing. New head sculpts. The paint apps are great on the one that I'm looking at. He comes with the little boomerang and the bow and arrow, or the bow that he came with, original accessories. So, not sure how I feel about the Valor versus Venom gliders. I'm kind of on that one. The cool thing is they're the same colors as their original gliders. So the green camo for one, for Skymate, and then for Cloudburst, the like a turquoise and purple one.
See, I'm not super excited about these two. I'm not a fan of the late year bright color Joe's. And so these two in particular, I mean, they're $75 for the 2-pack, and I'm okay not having them just because I'm not a fan of the colors, but I do really like kind of the design and the boomerang. There are elements to both of them that I think are pretty neat.
Yeah, they did a great job on them. I was not a fan of the originals, to be honest. So I can tell you, though, that looking at these figures, they're sort of bright, but not obnoxiously, like EcoForce obnoxious bright. The Cloudburst especially, I like the fact that they kind of gave them the visor helmet.
Okay.
That was a nice homage to them. But yeah, that 2-pack is definitely something that you got to get one of.
Now, is this something new? They have an accessory pack, and I don't remember this last year. I don't know if you guys, Robert, you've been to many more Joecons than I have, but it's an accessory pack of jump jetpacks, and they have 6 for Sky Patrol and 6 for the Cobra. It's got like the Air Devils. It's got like that Firebat Cobra winged Cobra logo on them, in white and red respectively. They're $55 for each pack of 6. It's not all 12 of them in one group, but I did pick up the Joe version so that I could put them on some of the exclusive Joe figures. What are your thoughts on this? And is this an accessory thing that they've done in the past?
So a couple years ago, they did do an accessory pack with some guns that they sold at the con. It did not do very well, though.
Wasn't it just like a 6-pack of like rifles and knives that were like silver and black? Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that for the Crimson set?
Something like that.
I don't recall what year, but it was a few years ago. So this is new. They haven't done it in a while. Now it's just a jetpack that has come with Starduster or
sure.
Duke. So there's nothing special about it other than the fact that it's red with the Cobra logo and white with the Sky Patrol symbol on it. I did pick up one set. And I will not be picking up any more, but they are so overpriced.
Oh, yeah.
6, essentially you're paying 6 for 6 backpacks, you're paying $55.
Yeah, almost $10 a piece. So, $9.50 a piece.
Around $10 a piece.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they charge sales tax there and everything.
So it's $10 a piece. At the convention, you get caught up and you got to get one of everything. So that's what happened to me. But so I highly recommend not picking these up. They are cool, but definitely wait until the club clearances them in December when they're selling everything off.
And that's probably when I'll pick up the Cobra set. But just get gouged on shipping. Hey, let's talk about the
free fall.
You jumped right over.
I don't care. It's free fall.
The parachute figure, which is free fall.
Correct. So they sold the parachute figure tonight, so I do have free fall in hand of this figure. And then they also have a carded free fall. But I want to talk about free fall in just a second because what Danny's standing next to me and he's pointing at African American figure that he wants to talk about desperately.
Okay,
so
put him on.
I'm going to hand the phone to Danny and he's going to tell you about this cool figure.
Guys, I cannot tell you how happy I am to get a new, unique character for our Sky Patrol sets. I think that's something that the club and even Hasbro themselves has failed to build new members of the Joe mythos that we can fall in love with and be proud of. Now, yes, I'm a bit biased. He is a man of color. They cleverly used the Channing Tatum head but let me tell you, to such great results.
Now, which figure is this that you're talking about?
Okay, brand new character. His name is Airaid, and he will be the pilot to the Firebat Chrome vehicle. And I got to say, guys, they went all out with the
Really? Because the preview photo we have just shows the Sky Sweeper, but no pilot. So it does it does come with a pilot.
He is our souvenir convention attendee.
Okay.
So if you got your box set and you picked it up here at the con, you got Sky Patrol pilot Airaid. And he uses the same harness gear from Ripcord from Rise of Cobra's unreleased figure. And he comes with 2 breather containers for his mask. He has a really nice silver painted G.I. Joe figure stand, and he's got a navy blue helmet, which is the same one from, I believe it was Lamprey from Rise of Cobra.
Okay.
And they put a Sky Patrol logo on the left side of the helmet, and it's silver. And I gotta say, he's really a cool character. I gotta admit, he really impressed me.
Well, that's
we
cool.
definitely need a photo of that.
Yeah. Oh, we will take care of you guys. And
yeah, no, we'll have photos of all this stuff that we've been talking about on the Facebook page. That's Nerds with Attitude Podcast on Facebook. Also, we're going to be putting some photos up of the stuff on our Nerds with Attitude feed on Instagram, and we may even tweet a few.
Oh, definitely.
And it's Migs_NWA Podcast, and we'll have links to how to find him also on the Facebook page. There's actually, this is the second or third of the characters of color, to use Danny's term, because there was a villain in the Cobra set in the main pack that was a black guy that I think had the scar down his face.
Yeah, I think they used the cesspool mold.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. That's Escorpião Voador, so flying scorpion. It translated from Portuguese.
Nice. So we were asking Robert about the free fall, the parachute figure. And did you get one of those also?
No. I'm probably going to have to leave very soon so I can get all my figures, because unlike Rob, Mr. Golden Ticket, I was not privy or decided to pay for that head of the line privilege.
I gotcha.
So I will say Free Fall comes bagged, and he also comes carded. I will talk about the carded figure, and then I will pass the phone over to Rob to finish it off.
Sounds like a plan.
I will say Free Fall is a great looking figure, guys.
Oh, he looks fantastic.
Used a new helmet, if I am not mistaken.
No, it looks like Barbecue's helmet and oxygen tube.
Right, yes. It's definitely Barbecue's oxygen tube. The reason why I thought it was a new helmet, because there's like a seam. Like they at the factory, they glued the left side of the helmet and the right side of the helmet together.
Okay.
And they use the harness gear for Crazy Legs. So
it is a new helmet.
Good-looking figure. The knife and a rifle that he has is, I believe, from the Resolute 7-pack set. And his parachute's navy blue, and they use the good quality nylon cords. And his rifle itself even has a removable scope, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh, nice. They're taking a cue from the Marauder Inc. guys over there with the removable bits.
And new head sculpt, gentlemen, and he's a good-looking figure. Like, if I was a female, I'd want to date this guy. he's hot.
and he's very true to the vintage style and coloring.
Absolutely.
Also.
His camouflage is really well done. I love the gray tones that help contrast the figure. I know Miguel will be proud. I'm sure he's going to want to make his little unique touches to make him superior.
Yeah, when I can afford them.
Well, we're going to need you guys to push a bunch of children out of the way during the actual parachute drop and try and bring some of these bad boys home.
Yeah, well, Rob's got you covered. I think he took half the supply from Joecon.
Good. I need my souvenir.
Now, my one negative, I will say, is that they really cheaped out with the card art for Free Fall.
Okay.
Literally, they copied and pasted and slapped it on the card art. It's not very well done. It's really poor.
Well, they've had hit and misses with most of their subscription figure card art as well. So,
hey, while we're talking about carded figures, the Collector Club exclusive figure Pythona was mailed out to everybody who's in the club, but you can now pick her up carded as well there.
Absolutely, and she comes with everything from the souvenir. Our Collector Club free figure. The card art is beautiful. I would say they actually have high quality photoshopping skills here. So clearly, the little brother of this guy must have been working on Free Fall's card to try to get some experience.
Could it have possibly been
a paycheck for that card art?
It could possibly be a last minute, hey, we need this club decision. that I'm coming to find as a newer member to the club. It's only been about 2.5 years, but I've learned very quickly about their way of doing stuff. I'm okay now going on record of sort of bad-mouthing them now that we aren't having a club anymore after the next 6 months. So,
you know what? They're trying to woo us with overpriced items. But,
yeah, I will
And
say,
not having them there the first day?
yeah, and not having them. That's another podcast episode for sure.
no, we want
We want to know.
That's why we have you on the phone right now. We want the dirt from Joecon. What is
Guys,
going on behind the scenes?
Well, I'm going to have Rob tell it because he was actually here Wednesday when they first broke the news.
Okay.
So I'm going to pass the phone back to Rob Lemoyne. Guys, it's a pleasure, man. I miss you guys, and thanks for having me on Nerds with Attitude.
Oh, we miss you too,
Anytime,
and
Danny.
we will have you in person on the podcast
August, buddy.
in August
August.
when you were in California.
Absolutely, man. I'll bring my A game.
All right, man. Keep
Take
it
it
nerdy.
easy.
Take care, guys.
All right, so sorry about that. Danny had to go get his convention stuff.
No, it was nice to be able to talk to him. So we want dirt. We want to know from you being there in Loveland, Colorado.
We are nerds with attitude. We want to know how bad your attitude was when you got the
Okay,
news.
you want this fucking attitude? You got it.
Perfect.
We want the dirt.
All right, so first of all, I always believe in naming my sources. Brian Savage is where I'm getting my source information from.
And
Okay.
Brian Savage, for those that may or may not know, is the head of the fun pub. He's the man that puts on the Joe Club and the Joe convention.
Correct. So, and my second source, the lovely lady who is always at the convention, and unfortunately I do not know her name, but very...
Is this the
little bit on
redhead?
elderly side. No, it would be Angie.
I miss Angie.
Yeah. But very, very lovely lady, and so I asked her what was going on when I picked up my stuff, my box set today, and she gave the skinny on everything as well. So two people, one, the president or whatever his title is, and then the second one, an actual G.I. Joe Club worker.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday we were supposed to be picking up our packages at 8:30, and Mr. Savage came out and announced he had some bad news.
Okay.
So he proceeded to tell us that the shipment from China was late, and there were problems in customs, and so that was late. And then the shipment from wherever it came in to Dallas-Fort Worth, where G.I. Joe Club is headquartered, was late, even later.
Jeez.
And then they had to, everything was unorganized, so they had to organize the paperwork and, put the folders with the comics and all of that.
Yeah.
So then, as well, when it was in Dallas-Fort Worth, they hired a trucking company, which allegedly was supposed to have them delivered on Tuesday afternoon.
Okay.
And it was Wednesday evening, and the truck was still not there.
Wow.
Fantastic. Nothing like having everything ready and then, shipped ready.
Exactly.
When they get there and, planning ahead. I understand a truck shows up late, but
No
man,
free drink tickets?
this club has had nothing but, delays for this whole year of subscription
expect
figures
anything
and
less.
everything else. I don't now, and I'm happy to move it on to Hasbro taking control again. So,
So let me tell you my other source.
Mhm.
So that's what Brian told us, and he said that we could come pick up our sets today
Okay.
at 3 p.m. A couple hours earlier. And he kind of left it at that. He did mention that the drivers they paid to have the toys here had taken 29 hours so far to drive from Dallas-Fort Worth up here to Loveland. Now, I have no idea how long that drive takes normally, but Brian said that you can make that drive and back in 29 hours.
yeah,
Oh,
that
wow.
seems a bit long, considering I can drive from here to Seattle in 20 hours nonstop, and that's that's like 1,400 miles. So,
Now, one other thing that he mentioned as well is he said that the boxed sets were not here. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not going to put my box sets on one truck and everything else pay another truck to do that.
Yeah.
So I think even though nobody said this, I think all of the toys were on that truck,
Mhm.
and they had to unload them all. Now, so that's from Brian. So as I went and got my stuff, I asked the lovely lady who was helping me if she had to unload. because I had heard they had to unload early in the morning this morning. The truck actually came in at 2 a.m. at 1:30 or 1:10, something like that. So they started unloading at the wee hours and had everything unloaded by the 3 a.m. hour. Now, when I talked to her, she gave me the skinny on what actually happened, because those of you who've been involved in the club know that Brian is notorious for sometimes making stuff up and not necessarily telling the whole truth.
Oh, yeah, he wants to pass the buck.
Correct. And that was one thing that, speaking of attitude a couple minutes ago, that was one thing I was pissed at. There was no, I'm sorry, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Pardon my language, but we are NC-17. There was no ownership for it. It was all, it's this person's fault. It's somebody else's fault. There was no apology. Yeah. There was no ownership. So what really happened was that Hasbro, in their shipping manifest to the United States, did not put on the shipping manifest that these were toys.
Oh.
So Customs had to open everything and ensure that they were toys. So for those of you listening who are like, yep, Joe Club messed up once again, this time it seems at least that this was actually a Hasbro mess up.
Interesting.
For those of you who also don't know, Hasbro actually orders the figures. G.I. Joe Club kind of, quote-unquote, pays them, and then Hasbro orders them because the molds are under Hasbro license.
Right.
And then it gets shipped like under the Hasbro name to G.I. Joe Club. But they do Hasbro handled all of that. So it looks like this is actually a Hasbro mess-up for the delay, as opposed to Brian Savage, which, most of you would love to blame Brian for the last time we'll have to deal with them, but I'm going to give him a pass on this one here.
All right. Well,
but
good to know.
Dirt. You wanted it, so...
how was the customizing class? We already shared the picture of the Bullet Man that you made. How did that go?
Nice legs, by the way.
I saw yours had no pants. You had the superhero, shorts and bare legs. But then I saw somebody else post one where he was wearing pants. So was that an option that you could do during the class?
Well, I always say if you have a choice of pants or no pants, always go no pants.
No pants. That's our policy when in the recording studio.
Yes, always.
Stop touching my leg, Kevin.
So I did the customizing class on Wednesday. Just as a background, little info, I am not a customizer by trade. I've done a few customs. I've dabbled, I guess you would say. So I'm not expert by any means, but I'm okay for a beginner.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the parts were supplied to us, with the exception of the legs. You had to bring your own legs.
Okay.
So that's why you will see many differences in the legs of this custom figure.
Did they tell you ahead of time what legs to bring?
No, they did not. You
That
could
seems
bring whatever legs you wanted.
Weird. And so you chose no pants legs?
No, you probably can't tell from
They're
my
cover
awesome
girls.
paint job.
They look painted.
But they are cover girls' legs from the Rise of Cobra.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they were Scarlet's legs from Rise of Cobra, but I think they're the same as cover girls.
He's good. He looks very Robin from Batman and Robin, with his superhero underwear and bare legs and boots. It looks great. I liked it.
He'll fit in with the action team.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, when they announced who the custom figure was, I do not collect 12-inch figures, so I had no idea who this quote-unquote Bullet Man dude was. I just knew he was a Creo.
Yeah.
That's where I know him from.
Everyone in the class, I just looked up a picture of the original 12-inch figure. And the original 12-inch figure, it looks like he is wearing a Speedo with red boots, and he does have skin tone legs showing his thighs and, his knees. So although mine is, I guess you could say, authentic, true to the 12-inch figure, every single person in my class had black pants and less than black. Did not do a skin tone legs.
Wow.
Well,
and most of them, I did not see anyone painting the boots red, which his original figure had red boots. I thought it was important to just kind of stay true to the original.
Yeah.
And the third thing is the hands actually came black. So many folks left the black pants, so they left the hands black, and I painted mine silver because originally he had silver arms and hands.
Yeah, because I noticed in the picture, didn't he have attachments with him? Like if he had a bat arm where you could switch things out?
Now, the attachments, no. So we did, as customizers, if you join the class, John Russell, who is an amazing customizer, he actually gave us 4 accessories.
Okay.
The Bullet Man came with a regular helmet, and then you got a chrome helmet, so that was the first extra accessory.
Okay.
You also got a margarita glass.
Which is awesome. Where did that margarita glass come from? Is that a custom piece that somebody made?
He had it cast.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's got a little umbrella in it.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. And then the third and fourth ones were 2 bat attachments that can actually attach to a regular bat.
Okay.
25th, modern bat. I have no idea how they're related to Bullet Man, but they do not attach in any way to Bullet Man. I just thought they're cool. I'm going to put them on my bat when I get home.
That's very random. Like
Nice.
here's some customizing parts that don't go with the customizing figure that we didn't tell you to be prepared for.
To each his own, That's why it's a custom.
Oh my God.
John did have them cast specifically for the class, so I'm not sure why, or maybe he just wanted to make like a laser and a buzzsaw for the bat, and I don't know.
Well, good luck with that. So what do you have planned for tomorrow, which will be Friday morning? I believe that's sort of when you get the early preview day, correct?
So I want to share one piece of information before we move on. I know that Danny shared about the carded Pythona.
Yes.
I just got confirmation from 2 separate friends that the carded Pythona has been sold out already.
Of course it is.
What the Did they only bring 4 of them? Like, they know the golden ticket people are always going to get 3 each when they go. Well, no, this is all probably still golden tickets already done, and then this is the people who are like A through L.
My 2 friends are both golden ticket holders, and they did not get one.
What the fuck? All right. Not surprised.
They got to hold some back for the club's final sales,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, they're going to have 5 available on Saturday when the general public comes in.
So they can all fight for those 5.
Yeah.
Now,
so I did want to share that piece of news. All of you out there who are hoping to get a carded Pythona, good luck paying for it on eBay, $500 or whatever it's going to go for.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I bet that'll be a high price one.
Noticing on the pricing list that we saw a shot of, is this the first con where you've seen so many exclusives pertaining to the line, or just normal, a little higher than average?
As far as quantity?
Yeah.
No. Actually, we were comparing it to last year. Last year you had a 2-pack,
Okay.
a 3-pack. You had 2 vehicles, both with figures, and you had a large vehicle, the Tomahawk. This year you have the exact same amount as you did last year. Now, with the convention set, over the past few years, you've gotten the freebie has been a vehicle, and this time it's a figure.
Okay.
So that's a little different. They've always done the carded club figure, Dr. Mindbender, Cross Country, Iceberg. So that's normal for getting a carded Pythona. The parachute figure, I can't recall the last time they've done a carded parachute figure.
That was kind of a surprise.
Yeah, that is true.
Was kind of cool.
That's one that I would like to get my hands on if one ever becomes available. Do call me immediately.
Never.
Yeah, they limited the Pythonas and the free fall carded ones to 1 per, even a golden ticket.
If
so
Pythonas are sold out, that
Correct.
didn't work.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened there. Somebody can't count or something. I'm not sure what.
No, they're stuck on a truck. They'll be there by Monday.
Yeah, there you go. They're still in Dallas. So getting back to your original question, Kevin, on what's going on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now, so tomorrow at 10:30 there will be a parachute drop, and we'll be dropping free falls. What I found interesting is usually they do the parachute drop, and then at 2 p.m. you can get in line and buy the parachute figure.
Okay.
However, today what happened is they said you can buy the parachute figure, and we'll still do the parachute drop tomorrow. So 10:30 a.m. We're doing a parachute drop. There are panels.
You'll be one of the people dropping the parachutes for people?
Correct. Myself and Ruben, who is part of our NWA group,
I need one
he
so
and I
bad.
actually both signed up. So give a shout out to Ruben Soriano.
Nice.
Ruben!
So yes, we'll actually be dropping the parachute figures in the large indoor atrium in the Embassy Suites Hotel.
Nice. Make sure you have your cell phone running to take video from your angle, because I've seen a bunch from people on the ground as they're coming down.
Yeah.
But if you can manage with one hand with the cell phone and the other hand throwing them over the balcony, would love to see what that looked like from your angle.
Don't you think one of each would actually look very nice on our flags?
I do actually
Yeah,
think
definitely.
if two of those fell 3 feet to the floor in
to
front
the
of
right.
you, then you would be as big of a douchebag as the other people who just take theirs and then take them right back to their hotel room. So keep an eye out for
Yes.
those people and punch them right in the dick.
Completely wrong. Like, if you're going to throw the parachute figure, throw it. Don't pocket it and then leave.
Because don't you get a free one for being one of the people to throw them, or do they not do that anymore?
In the past, that is what has happened. I'm not certain if that will happen again this year because, everything's different.
Stuck
every
on a
year.
truck. Yep.
Yeah, they might be still in Dallas, stuck on a truck.
Yeah.
That's one thing I did forgot to say. I'm totally going back, but they did say that Brian mentioned that the driver
Uh-huh.
was sick. So apparently they hired a company with one driver.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so
But there
he's
were
got to
two
stop
trucks.
by Union or whatever every 8 to 12 hours. And
Yeah, I'm not.
He's driving that first truck 8 hours. Then he has to take a taxi all the way back 8 hours to
take
get that
the other
other truck.
Well, what I think actually happened is he drove to the Colorado border,
Uh-huh.
bought some pot, and then forgot that he was actually working on the job.
Oh, speaking of that,
Woke up in
since
Idaho.
Joecon is in Colorado, how has that been? Any after effects? Anybody seeing anything? Hallucinations?
I have not partaken in any marijuana, and I don't know anyone that has yet. Maybe some people have.
I think the Joecon group is they're heavy drinkers. They're not really smokers. Like our buddy
Oh,
Andrew.
no, I'm talking about now that it's legal, it's in the air and
Oh, no,
flowing
yeah,
through
yeah.
the hotel. You're like, what? Okay.
No, if you see Andrew somewhere, drag him back to his hotel room.
No, you'll find him in any tub within an OG's.
What, missing a
bedroom.
kidney?
No, that's
like
where
in
he
a,
sleeps.
in a bathtub full
Andrew
of ice.
sleeps in bathtubs
Oh,
in
Jesus.
hotels. It's his comfy place.
I will say I did hang out with Andrew for a little bit today.
Okay.
Pretty cool guy. Once again, one of our NWA guys in our group, and he's right now trying to pick up his package because he's in 8 o'clock. So in about 7 minutes, they're going to open that line.
Oh, so he'll get his somewhere around 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
How's the structure of the lines been? Like hour time wait, 2 hour late wait, you know?
So there are separate lines for the box sets to actually pick up your, registered
Yep.
box set. It was about an hour.
Okay.
I was probably 50th, like right in the middle of the golden tickets. I wasn't at the end or the beginning.
Okay.
About an hour to pick up my actual set. And then we got in line about 5 o'clock for the club store, which all the exclusives you can purchase. And I got done in about an hour and 45 minutes. And once again, I was about in the middle.
So that
as
sounds
well.
no better than last year.
It's no better, but it's no worse. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Well, all right. Hey, listen, keep sending us photos throughout the weekend so we can keep people updated. Again, on our Facebook page, if you go to Facebook /Nerds with Attitude podcast, you can get from the floor current updates on everything. So you don't have to go to forum sites like Tank you could go to OG if you want. We love those guys. I like the Tank. I went to the Tank this morning while I was waiting for Robert to text me some photos, and I saw the low res crappy photos that were there. But you can come to us for direct source information on Joecon all weekend. We will be updating the website and maybe have some videos of parachutes falling into the atrium.
Oh, we got to mention Hasbro.
The
Are
Hasbro
Robert, are you planning on going to the Hasbro panel if you can get in?
Yes, so the Hasbro panel will be on Saturday
On Saturday? Okay.
at 11 a.m. local time.
I wonder if it would be uncouth for them to mention Hasbro Con. at the G.I. Joecon. But I'm imagining they may talk about what's coming up for next year's 51st anniversary line.
and to be honest, is this where they're supposed to release the actual info of what Joes and Cobras are going to be out for this upcoming year?
Yes, I heard that the crossword puzzle will be solved on Saturday at 11.
Nice.
And we should get some photos of that if possible.
All right, so we'll find out about our new Cobra Commander, Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, Duke, the Fantastic Four.
Oh, God.
Now, I will say that allegedly they're supposed to have mock-ups, so we should see some actual, not just, hey, here are the names of the figures.
Okay.
We should see some sort of image, something.
I predict we will see Volt Rock and Roll, Volt Laser Viper, and Volt Barbecue.
Are you saying Volt?
The ones that were...
No, it sounded like you were saying Volt.
Oh.
Like Voltron. We're going to see the Vault.
That's 3 out of the 5 lions, okay?
Gotcha.
Like malt liquor. Vault.
Yeah.
Hey, why are you bringing Danny into this?
I did want to give a shout-out real quick since you mentioned OG13.
Yes.
I don't know his name, but I'm part of OG13. I'm one of those guys that don't post.
What's he look like?
Is he bald?
No, he made the patch. There's a patch.
Oh, Cadril, Aaron.
There you go. About 3.5, 4 inches by 3.5, 4 inches. It has Snake Eyes, shadow of Snake Eyes and Timber walking away, and it says all good things.
Oh, and nobody told me about this. I would have ordered one.
If you want, I can try to pick you up one.
Yes.
Ask Aaron if you can get one for me, and then I'll shoot you the money.
Yeah, get 2 more of them, and and Miguel will pay for them both.
Oh. Sounds good.
All right, man. Well, you have a great time. Thank you so much for calling in and giving us
some of the time
an update, and we will check in with you maybe later this weekend. But definitely, if you're listening, thank you so much. If you're at Joecon and listening, go back to the convention floor. What are you doing listening to this? But if you're at home like we are, thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe and like us on iTunes and all those other devices. Rate us, give us a review so we bump up in the charts. You can find us facebook.com/Nerds with Attitude podcast. Nerds with Attitude on Instagram, and Migs_NWA Podcast if you want to know what Migs does with his G.I. Joe time on Twitter. Robert, thank you so much for your time on the phone. Please thank Danny when you see him again, and we will talk to you later, man.
You're welcome.
All right.
Have a good one, Robert.
So, signing off, I have been Kevin.
It's been Migs.
And on the phone, Robert. All right, Robert, and you guys keep it nerdy.